Lavender essential oil. Most people have probably already used lavender, but they will never smell a lavender as wonderful as doTERRA's lavender essential oil. It is from the high Swiss Alps of France. That's where it grows best. We also get it from the Mediterranean. And as you look at the chemical constituents or the GCMS reports that show us exactly what's in our oil, it's very therapeutic compared to the lavender that's grown in the United States. So there's a huge difference between doTERRA essential oil and others. And one thing that many people already are familiar with lavender is the calming effect. So anybody with sleep issues, insomnia, this is a great oil to, you can rub it on the back of the neck, you can diffuse it, you can even drop it under your tongue to help with sleeping. Also, if you have teeth grinding, many children suffer from teeth grinding, you can simply take the 1 drop of a lavender essential oil and rub it over the mandible or the TMJ area to help relieve that tension there. It's great for any type of stress or anxiety. You can use it by just, smelling it out of the bottle for any type of stress. It's great for burns. Not only just sunburns, but it's good for chemical burns, or maybe you touch a hot curling iron. I've done that several times. If you have the lavender handy, which I do, I have bottles of lavender all over my house, but you can drop right over the area of the burn, and I've had it to where it did not even make a blister, and I knew the second I touched a hot iron that I would have a blister, but thankfully I had immediate access to lavender, and so it didn't cause any type of trauma to the skin. Also, it's a powerful antihistamine. And so if you are having allergies or hay fever, you want to make sure and use the lavender essential oil. You can rub it over the bridge of the nose or cup it in the hands and cup it over your nose and mouth and just inhale deeply. I've heard of so many stories, and I've actually experienced them myself with my child, of people that could have possibly died because of anaphylactic shock, or they were bleeding to death, and they had, no access to immediate medical care, but they had their lavender essential oil, and that's happened to us several times with Enzo. He's allergic to several things that cause anaphylactic, and we don't have an EpiPen, and so we just took the lavender with the fractionated coconut oil, smeared him with it, threw him in the car, but we never had to actually enter the ER or urgent care because his body took over and was able to, calm the histamine reaction down. I mean, his lips were swollen, he couldn't breathe, there's snot coming out of every hole in his body, he was turning red and itching, and we were able to reverse the effects, and that's pretty powerful. So also colic, or an upset baby or a child that's just really losing it, they're throwing a fit, tantrum, you're out in public, a lot of times they can't express themselves, and so that's what they do. They cry, they just, flail on the floor. So what I do is I immediately get the lavender essential oil out, rub it over the chest, and it helps to bring calm and peace. It's just a great coping tool for moms. I don't think any mom should leave the house without it. It's also wonderful for any type of wounds or cuts or blisters. I've seen in real time splinters come out of a finger, even out of my own finger, by using lavender essential oil. It's like magic in a bottle. If you get bug bites or hives, we're getting ready to get into the months where the bugs love to eat us, and so this is a great, flies don't even like lavender, so you can diffuse it in the house. You can make a great horse spray, fly spray. It's wonderful for that. Nosebleeds and pink eye, you just apply it to the area of concern. So obviously if you have a nosebleed, you apply it to the nose, not in the nose. Or if you have pink eyes or styes, apply it around the eye, never in the eye. I've seen it where my husband actually applied it to the eyelashes, and it helped with pink eye. Migraines and headaches, and also great for bruising, or if you have an acute injury such as a sprain, strain, or maybe you have a potential broken bone, you can apply lavender immediately to it. It helps to reduce the inflammation and the bruising, and the blood, it helps to just relieve the pain. And also amazing for high blood pressure. My sister had not preeclampsia, but after she gave birth, her blood pressure rose. She didn't want to take the medicine because she was nursing her baby, and she called me, and I said, well, use lavender. She had to apply frequently, but luckily she never had to use the medication because she didn't want it to affect her milk supply. So lavender is great for people that feel unloved, unseen, unheard. Lavender essential oil.